I am still coming down from the high from the last episode of finding that ink jar. That really did make my day. Today, however, we're going to go looking for gold, because I noticed in the past we've only done like a dozen pans here and a dozen pans there. So today we're going to go hard as nails and try to get some colour for us and for you guys to look at. Aren't you lucky? I was here about a week ago with Girly and we scratched up a bit of colour, and that's what you really got to do when you're looking for gold. Is go to an area, sample it out. If you get a bit of colour, come back and settle in for the day, because you never know what you find. Even then, it's not guaranteed you're going to get filthy rich, you know. So we're going to go crackers today. I've brought the cradle on. I might as well do a bit of a yarn about it, as this is an exact replica of what the diggers used back in the 1800s. Old Ted actually made this cradle and gave it to me as he handed over the reins for his gold pan business with all of his metal pans, and so a bit of homage to him. Anyway, back in the 1800s, you'd have a three-man team working the cradle. You'd have one man doing what I was just doing then, going and getting the dirt and the material. Then you'd have a second man cradling, putting the water in, moving all that material around. And then you'd have a third man doing the most important job, which is what Henry's about to do very soon. He'd be off to the side doing on the pan, doing the gold recovery side of things. Show you, back then, you can see it's washed everything up, chuck it on the pile, and you just keep going. But I'll show you what's inside the cradle real quickly, as it's got these gold traps in the cradle, which is where 90% of the gold is really going to be found, and what Henry's about to wash out now directly. And at the bottom there's some AstroTurf, and that mat will clean out at the end of the day. But these gold traps, they're the most important part. You can see that one's a bit full, so he's going to be in for a job soon. Back in the 1800s, I'm told in Sofala, there are up to 2,000 cradles working at the one time and the one day. It wouldn't matter if you were on three-man teams or not, but I asked my dad what was a good wage for a miner back then in the 1800s. What did everybody earn on a regular basis? And he said a good wage for a mine manager working 60 hours a week, 10-hour days, 6 days, was £2 a week. I asked him how much was an ounce of gold worth back then. He said 4.2 pounds. Now, to fathom just how much gold we were finding in these boom towns of Australia, the record was a three-man team in Sofala washed up 21 ounces of gold to split between the three of them at the end of the day. And I'm told that was a regular occurrence. Anyway, I don't think we're going to get 21 ounces today, but wish us luck, guys, and hopefully at the end of the episode, we've got some great colour to show you. So some of you might be curious as to what's actually going on inside the cradle here and a little bit of the physics of it. As most of you should know, gold's really heavy, super heavy, twice the weight of lead and the second heaviest thing naturally in the world. Glad we've covered that. And on top here, you're washing up all those rocks, cleaning them up, and any bits of gold is going to go through the sieve, The larger bits of rocks you're going to throw over your shoulder, and again, if you're in the 1800s, you throw it on top and keep on going. Your eyes will see any large nuggets that are going to be there. They're going to be bigger than that. Your eyes should see them. Gold sticks out as it's a very bright metal after you've washed it up. After we're done with the sieve, we've got the gold traps on the inside. These are really good because they basically mimic what you'd find in a creek. In the creek, you're looking for those natural gold traps created by the rock bars. And these basically mimic that. These are important because as you rock the cradle, you can even see there, all that material is going left to right, you know, rocking it like a baby. So what you'll find is none of the gold's going to be in the center here. If you're in a clayey area, sometimes it's good for working in the cradle, because that clay will compact up into the sides and the gold will move across like this. And when you're looking for your gold and washing out the gold traps, it's going to be probably in the corners. But these are basically also the nugget traps inside the sluice box. So we'll wash these out and we'll see if we've got any colour, and we'll break for lunch basically. It's always fun getting to the nugget trap part. We've been here for a couple of hours. We've been a bit rough with it, but making sure cleaning out those corners. Like I said, that's where the gold's going to be. Not much clay in this area, so it's pretty straightforward. We've been going hard yakka at it, so we've got another poverty pot over there to clean out yet. Once you start playing with gold, you've got little bits and pieces going everywhere. And you get down to that last bit of the day where you start to refine it all down from gravel to riches. Hey, look at this, brother. Look at that. I bet you could spot that from there. That's we've been there for about 2.5 hours, and gee whiz, we're gonna break for lunch. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go crazy. I'll take a photo of it for you like I normally do, and yeah, we're gonna keep going. I really hope you guys enjoyed that, because I am wrecked, I tell yous. We're gonna go home and wash up that green mat at the bottom of the cradle and the poverty pot, which I'll quickly explain now, because some people might not know what a poverty pot is. The idea is I'm doing the cradling and I'm giving all that material to Henry, and he's washing it right down to that last little bit in the pan, making sure there's some colour in there, and then flicking it over. I even left that colour in there from before lunch just to give us a bit of luck. Fossicas are a superstitious bunch, I reckon. Anyway, the poverty pot can be anything. It can be this little can here with the wire on it for a handle. It can even be the pan. These are good for the hour or two if you're out, and you really want to move through it fast. You get down to that last little bit and you save that for the end of the day wash up with the beer. Anyway, as usual, wish us luck. Anything could happen. Come on, Tails, get out of here. So we're feeling pretty good about today's efforts, guys. In this pan, I've got what's from before lunch. Henry's on standby to take photos, so we're all going to do this in the one shot. We've just can only do it that way with gold, but that's from before lunch. And then, as promised, we came back, we washed out the green mat, and this bit of gold is from the green mat. We didn't get much from that, but you still got to wash it out just in case. Hallelujah, it is there, people. And now we got down to the interesting stuff. We got down to the poverty pot. This is pretty much 80% down of the poverty pot. Still looking good, but it's not looking as crash hot as it always you want it to be. Whoops, we've got the...
No, that's pretty nice.
Got the pan to the back of the camera. Look, the grins on our faces should say it all, as we're right down to that last 20% of the poverty pot. So there's an empty pan and that's it there. And we saved this last little bit for you guys, because this is what it all comes down to. It comes down to that last bit from that 20% on, from working all day, panning all day, and getting down to it. You get a bit of a look at that, did you? Okay, so here we go, people. And we're going to put all this together. And with a bit of luck, look at the colour shining up over to the side already. I'll move him over. But it should tell tale. Look at this.
Jeez.
That is how it classifies down after a good day's cradling. It does not always end this well. I can just guarantee you guys that that's made the last like 8 hours, 10 hours pretty worth it. Again, there's a lot you guys don't see. We'll put this all together. There's a lot you guys don't see, but after you go out on a day's fossicking like that and you get all of this gold, there's still a touch left in there, but I'm rushing the camera and for time, because I want to see what it looks like all together here. You want to put a splash carefully of water in that. And use that to do that one.
Very gently.
Laughing. Bang. That one's clean as a whistle. The last 4 specks of that one gone in. Thank you very much, brother. And clean as a whistle. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We might have to cut away for this because I don't want to bore you to tears. You can see I've got that much left in the pan, but and I'm doing it over another pan just in case anything does go astray. Give it a good 5-second shake and I'll see if I can do this sort of a magic swirl, get a picture for you guys, and then we're probably going to take a lot more pictures of this because it is hard earned. Ready? Here it comes. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm drooling. I'm drooling.
That's what you'll want.
We've really got to have a couple of grams in there today. And with the team effort like this, we're going to put it towards the rest of the channel. And we'll go up directly. Got my $2 coin. Don't forget that. Oh, man. We're going to go up. We're going to weigh this. We're going to take some photos. And as usual, thank you very much for watching, people. What a day, man. Thank you. Woo!